Artificial intelligence has become a part of everyday life. Millions of people use AI-powered tools for school, work, and entertainment. However, behind every AI chatbot and image generator are massive data centers that require enormous amounts of electricity and water to operate. As concerns about these facilities have grown, environmentalist TikTok influencers have begun discussing their impact on local communities. This raises an important question. How do environmentalist TikTok influencers convince users to protest AI data centers if they do? While not every influencer explicitly encourages protest, many persuade viewers to become politically active by using emotional storytelling, scientific evidence, and social media engagement to frame AI data centers as an environmental justice issue. To understand this debate, it is important to know what AI data centers are. Data centers are large buildings filled with computers that process and store digital information. AI systems require much more computing power than traditional internet services, which means companies are building more data centers than ever before. Although these facilities create jobs and contribute to local economies, they also consume large amounts of electricity, use millions of gallons of water for cooling, and may increase pressure on local infrastructure. Communities located near these facilities often experience concerns about water shortages, noise pollution, and environmental impacts. Leonardo D. Mendoza explains that while data centers can create jobs, increase tax revenue, and encourage economic growth, they also consume large amounts of water, contribute to air and noise pollution, and are often built in economically disadvantaged communities with limited political influence. Liz Mineo explains how tax incentives for developers, lack of transparency, and insufficient community input have contributed to public resistance.
One of the strongest persuasive strategies is pathos, or emotional appeal. Rather than focusing only on technical information, many creators show footage of rivers experiencing drought, something I thought I'd show you now. These visuals make environmental issues feel personal instead of distant. Viewers are encouraged to think about how these developments could affect their own towns and resources. So this is the Rio Grande River, my hometown river. It has been dry for a while now, and it is just a disheartening sight to see, and I thought I would do the same thing that an environmentalist TikTok influencer would do to influence their platform on climate change and the effects of it.
Another important strategy is the use of logos, or logical appeal. Many influencers include statistics from news reports, academic research, or environmental organizations. They explain how AI data centers require significant amounts of electricity and water while comparing these demands to those of nearby communities. These facts help give credibility to their arguments and encourage viewers to see the issue as supported by evidence, rather than opinion. Some creators also explain how the rapid expansion of AI infrastructure contributes to climate concerns by increasing energy demand, especially in areas that still rely heavily on fossil fuels. Environmentalist influencers also establish ethos, or credibility. Many reference scientific studies, interview environmental experts, or cite journalists covering technology and climate change. Others visit proposed construction sites or attend local government meetings, presenting themselves as informed participants rather than simply online commentators. By demonstrating research and first-hand involvement, they strengthen viewers' trust in their messages. TikTok's design itself also helps spread these ideas. Short videos, trending sounds, captions, and hashtags allow environmental messages to reach millions of users quickly. Influencers often encourage viewers to sign petitions, attend public meetings, contact elected officials, or share informational videos with friends. Even when they stop short of directly calling for protests, these actions promote civic engagement, increase public awareness. The platform's algorithm also helps similar content appear repeatedly on users' feeds, reinforcing the message over time. However, not everyone agrees with these arguments. Technology companies, local governments, and some economists argue that AI data centers provide valuable economic benefits. They point to new jobs, increased tax revenue, and investment in local infrastructure. Supporters also argue that many companies are investing in renewable energy and more efficient cooling technologies to reduce environmental impacts. From this perspective, AI development and environmental responsibility can exist together rather than being treated as opposing goals. The evidence suggests that environmentalist TikTok influencers do not always persuade users by telling them to protest directly. Instead, they shape how audiences think about AI data centers by combining emotional stories, scientific evidence, and calls for civic participation. They encourage viewers to question the environmental costs of AI and become involved in local decision making. Their influence often lies in changing public opinion rather than organizing formal demonstrations. Research from academic and journalism sources also changed my understanding of this issue. At first, I viewed AI data centers mainly as necessary infrastructure that supports modern technology. However, after reading about their environmental impacts on water use, electricity consumption, and nearby communities, I realized the issue is much more complex. I also learned that the debate is not simply about supporting or opposing AI. Instead, it's about balancing technological innovation with environmental sustainability and community well-being. This topic matters because AI continues to expand rapidly, and public discussions about its environmental impact will likely become more important. Social media platforms like TikTok increasingly shape how younger audiences learn about political and environmental issues. Understanding how influencers use rhetoric to persuade viewers helps us become more critical consumers of online content. Whether people ultimately support or oppose new AI data centers, they should base their opinions on credible evidence while recognizing both the environmental concerns and the economic benefits involved. In the end, environmentalist TikTok influencers persuade audiences not simply by encouraging protest, but by making a complicated technological issue feel immediate, personal, and worthy of public attention. Their use of emotional storytelling, credible evidence, and emotional engagement demonstrates the growing role that social media plays in shaping public conversations about technology, the environment, and the future of artificial intelligence and our planet. Thank you.